It is nice to come out here without notes, without anything. Just come up and speak from the heart and from the brain, and from the brain. And it's an honor, really. It's an honor. But we know, we know, number one, you have a good memory. Number two, you got to have a real good memory if you do this right. We have people that don't have such a good memory. No, we have people, we are, I'll tell you what, we are very close to a nuclear war, and we have people that have no clue that that's happening. And we're very close to a nuclear war, and our representatives, our so-called leaders, so-called is a nice term, but our leaders are putting us in danger, the likes of which we've never had before. We've never had danger like this. We've never been so close to the precipice before. And nuclear is really bad. Nuclear is not Second World War, First World War with army tanks going back and forth shooting at each other. This is a big deal. And we have people that don't understand it. They don't understand it. Bad things can happen. And it's at a level, a catastrophe. It's at a level that nobody could even envision. And we don't have people there that have a clue.
We don't have you there.
Yeah. Yeah, this would never be happening. This would never be happening. We're in very big danger. I think it's the most dangerous point in the history of our country. I don't think we've ever been at a point like this. And we have a leader in particular. We have a leader that really is not respected. We have a leader that doesn't, they don't even return their phone calls. They don't even return their phone. They returned our calls off very quickly. They don't even return their phone calls, no respect. And now you have China getting together with Russia and Iran, North Korea. You see what's happening with even Saudi Arabia now is aligned with China. That was something that would have been impossible. But you look at it and you look at what's happened in just a short period of time. And 3 years ago, think of all the things we had. We had rebuilt our military, we created Space Force, even Right to Try, where people who were terminally ill, people that were ill could use our medicines that won't be approved for 5 years, but medicines with great promise. We've saved thousands and thousands of lives with that. But you look at, we got, Brad mentioned it before, we got the largest tax cuts in the history of our country, and we got the largest regulation cuts. That's why we had all the jobs. We got rid of ridiculous regulations that were stopping everybody from doing anything. So it was an honor to do it, and we have to do it again. We have to bring it back. And, one of our opponents, they were out there saying that we can be there 8 years, and it takes 8 years. No, it takes 6 months to fix it, or less. If you have to rely on somebody that needs 8 years to fix it, then he's the wrong guy. He's the wrong guy. You don't need 4 years either. And then you hand it off, you do a great job, you hand it off to somebody with our values for another 8 years or 4 years or whatever it is. But he's going around saying, oh, well, I can serve for 8 years, it takes 8 years to fix it. No, he made a big mistake. Just like you don't change your name in the middle of a election. Change his name in the middle of the election. You don't do that. You do it before or after, but ideally you don't do it at all. I liked it before anyway. I liked his name better before. I don't like the name change. Should we tell him that? But most people don't know what I mean. No, he's actually sort of changed the name. Let's a syllabolic, they call it. He wants a syllabolic name. But we are doing really well. We're just up on everybody. You have people coming into the race. They're polling at 1%, 2%. I don't know what they're doing. They must know something. They're not very. Some are stupid. I know actually some of them are pretty stupid. But she says they're running for cabinet. See, they're not that stupid. I thought running for cabinet. They say they're running for VP, right? They're running for VP in cabinet. Maybe they are, but some of them won't happen. That I can tell you. But the numbers have been as good as I've ever had. Susie is here. Susie Wells has been fantastic, and Chris, and they said they've never seen numbers like this. So it's good. Even Brad is impressed, and he's hard to impress. But the whole group. The whole group has been special. So we're running hard. Got here yesterday and spent the night here, which I like, but we'll be spending a lot of nights here. And we did the first time, and actually the second time we didn't have to, but we did anyway. we essentially didn't have an opponent the second time. We got more votes I don't know if you know this, last time in the primary than any other president has ever had. And then we got more votes in the primaries. That was in the primaries. And then we got more votes than any sitting president has ever gotten by millions and millions and millions, beating Obama by many millions of votes. And we did better than any president has ever done, any sitting president.